Welcome, Tales of Titans viewers, to a wild saga of one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in history. Stay tuned as we dive into the collapse of the second largest cryptocurrency exchange, FTX, and the subsequent trial of its CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried. Let's take a look at what happened. One of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, FTX, collapsed in November 2022, with what was reported to be an $8 billion black hole on its balance sheet. Of its 1 million users, many were unable to withdraw their funds. The FTX group, run from offices in America but headquartered in the Bahamas, filed for bankruptcy protection in the US. FTX's rival, Binance, has played a key role in the saga. Here is a step-by-step account of how the disaster unfolded. The protagonists, known by the monikers SBF and CZ, Sam Bankman-Fried and Changpeng Zhao, could be seen as two sides of the same crypto coin. In a few short years, they built two of the largest digital currency exchanges, FTX and the biggest, Binance. As former business partners and major players in a multi-billion-dollar industry, their highs and lows are intertwined, but their backgrounds are very different. Bankman-Fried, 30, is the son of Stanford University professors and a graduate of Massachusetts Institute of Technology. He made multi-million-dollar political donations, appearing on Capitol Hill in a regulatory lobbying drive, rubbing shoulders with the likes of Bill Clinton and Tony Blair at FTX conferences, and paying for his company's name to adorn the Miami Heat's basketball arena in Florida. His fortune, worth about $16 billion at the start of the week, has now evaporated. Zhao, 45, was born in the coastal province of Jiangsu, north of Shanghai, and followed his academic father to Canada when he was 12. Zhao is now a Canadian citizen. After graduating from Montreal's McGill University with a degree in computer science, he worked on programming systems for the Tokyo Stock Exchange and Bloomberg before launching Binance in 2017. His fortune has taken a hit too, falling by $79 billion in 2022 to a still huge $16.4 billion. It will probably remain under pressure as Bankman-Fried's woes play out. Here's a play-by-play of the timeline of the collapse. Wednesday, the 2nd of November 2022. Zhao was in Lisbon last week when the fuse was lit on the FTX crisis. The Binance chief executive was a headline speaker at the annual Web Summit, a gathering of the great and good of the tech world, and as usual, he was defending the long-term future of digital assets. I think volatility is always going to be there. It's a trading market. It's just like a stock market. If stock markets don't have volatility, who will invest? It turns out a renowned bout of volatility was imminent. As Zhao spoke, the crypto news service CoinDesk published claims about the balance sheet of Alameda Research, the crypto hedge fund owned by the FTX founder, Sam Bankman-Fried. Alameda held billions of dollars worth of FTX's own cryptocurrency, FTT, and had been using it as collateral in further loans. This meant a fall in FTT's value would hurt both firms, given their shared ownership. Friday, the 4th of November. Following the CoinDesk report, a pseudonymous crypto researcher, Dirty Bubble Media, published further claims about Alameda on Substack, the newsletter platform. Its newsletter asked if the company was insolvent. Referring to the holding of a chunk of assets in FTT, it added, "It's almost as if SBF found a way to hack the financial system, printing billions of dollars out of thin air, against which he was able to borrow massive sums from unknown counterparties." Sunday, November 6th. Zhao set off alarm bells among investors when he tweeted, "Due to recent revelations that have come to light, Binance would liquidate its holding of FTT tokens." Its position was thought to be around 5% of the total, worth around $580 million before the currency crashed. In 2019, Binance had invested as a shareholder in FTX. It exited that shareholding last year and received $2.1 billion in Binance's own stablecoin, or BUSD, and in FTT tokens as part of the deal. As the consequences of the move rippled through the crypto industry, Zhao tweeted, "We are not against anyone." But in the same post, he added, "But we won't support people who lobby against other industry players behind their backs." A source close to Binance said there was no ill intent towards FTX in the FTT sale. This lobbying aside appeared to be a reference to Bankman-Fried, who had spent millions of dollars funding U.S. Democrat politicians and lobbying for closer regulation of crypto trading in Washington. Alameda Research CEO Caroline Elion then tweeted to CZ, @CZ Binance, "If you're looking to minimize the market impact on your FTT sales, Alameda will happily buy it all from you today at $22. This was the point of no return for FTX. Monday, 7th of November. Bankman-Fried reacted to the weekend turmoil on Monday with his own series of tweets alleging a competitor is trying to go after us with false rumors. He added, "FTX is fine. Assets are fine." He didn't identify who he was referring to, but he then tagged Zhao, who has committed $500 million of Binance's money to helping Elon Musk buy Twitter, with a tweet in which he said, "I'd love it @CZ Binance if we could work together for the ecosystem." Tuesday, the 8th of November, in an apparent cessation of hostilities, Zhao announced that Binance would buy FTX and rescue it. This afternoon, "FTX asked for our help," tweeted Zhao. "There is a significant liquidity crunch. To protect users, we signed a binding letter of intent intending to fully acquire FTX.com. Bankman-Fried confirmed the deal on Twitter. Things have come full circle, and FTX.com's first and last investors are the same. We have come to an agreement on a strategic transaction with Binance for FTX.com, pending DD, etc. The DD, or due diligence, was going to be the most consequential phrase in that tweet. Wednesday, 9th of November. As rumors grew of a hole in FTX's balance sheet, Zhao suddenly pulled the plug and tipped Bankman-Fried's enterprise into full-blown crisis. Having looked under the bonnet, Binance said it could no longer push ahead with the deal. In the beginning, our hope was to be able to support FTX's customers to provide liquidity, but the issues are beyond our control or ability to help, Binance said in a statement. Zhao tweeted that it was a sad day. Tuesday, November 10th. As FTX scrambled for a new white knight, Bankman-Fried returned to Twitter to state that he had f***ed up and should have done better. FTX's future was now in serious doubt. Friday, 11th November. FTX filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in the U.S., a move that included its U.S. platform and Alameda. Bankman-Fried was replaced as chief executive by John Ray III, a turnaround and restructuring lawyer who worked on the liquidation of the collapsed energy giant Enron. Hours before the collapse was confirmed, Zhao warned the crypto market faced a 2008-style crisis with more failures to come. He told a conference in Indonesia that the global financial crisis was probably an accurate analogy to this week's events, the Financial Times reported. For his part, Bankman-Fried tried to stay positive. Announcing the bankruptcy on Twitter, he apologized again, saying, "Hopefully things can find a way to recover. Hopefully this can bring some amount of transparency, trust, and governance." Part 2. The Trial of Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried is on trial for a staggering 7 counts of federal crimes in a Manhattan courtroom, and the audacity of it all has the city buzzing with disbelief and anger. This trial, which everyone thought would wrap up in a quick 6 weeks, is now dragging its heels, and the prosecution's sluggish pace is infuriating. On Thursday, they even admitted to the judge that they're lagging behind schedule. Anthony Scaramucci, a name that's been thrown around in the trial, arrogantly bets it'll all be over by Christmas. But that's wishful thinking when you consider the gravity of the charges. In their opening salvo, the prosecution didn't mince words. They outright accused Bankman-Fried of being a world-class liar and a thief on an epic scale, swindling billions from thousands. They're painting FTX as a den of inequity, with Alameda getting a VIP backdoor pass. Bankman-Fried's lawyers, they're trying to sell us this story of their client as some kind of innocent math geek, a teetotaler who's supposedly too square to scam anyone. Mark Cohen, one of the defenders, had the nerve to compare working at FTX to some kind of startup hustle, like building a plane while flying it, but nobody's buying that tired line. The first week was a spectacle of witnesses, and the prosecution is methodically laying out their case like a masterclass. Legal strategy. And now, the stage is set for Caroline Ellison, Bankman-Fried's ex and ex-CEO of Alameda, who's already admitted to her own slew of crimes last December. Then there's Gary Wang, co-founder of FTX and Alameda co-owner. He took the stand and didn't play around. He confessed to serious financial crimes with a candor that was almost too much to take. According to Wang, Bankman-Fried was the mastermind, demanding special treatment for Alameda. The sheer gall became clear when it was revealed that customer deposits were the actual source of Alameda's bottomless withdrawals. Yes, the very customers who were being told that FTX is fine, assets are fine, while in reality, FTX was anything but fine. Adam Yedida, an ex-friend, roommate, and FTX developer, gave a damning testimony that peeled back the layers on the lies and deception. He exposed a bug that, once fixed, revealed the terrifying truth of Alameda's $8 billion debt to FTX, a debt that Bankman-Fried was apparently trying to hide with secret messages and a culture of erasure. The audacity continued with witnesses like Matt Wong and Marc-Antoine Julliard, who shared their own tales of misplaced trust and the utter collapse of their investments. This isn't just a trial, it's a reckoning. SBF was just found guilty on 7 counts of fraud, facing decades in jail. How many years do you think he deserves? Comment below and subscribe for more great business stories from Tales of Titans.